What's going on, good people? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? And welcome to another episode of the BKE podcast. I'm glad to be back here. I ain't see y'all in a while. I hope y'all good, and I hope y'all is getting ready for this weekend. It's going to be some nice weather this weekend for over here in DC. We got a special guest today. We got Jah Logic of the Ranters Union. Shout out to the Ranters Union as well. You know,
Salute, salute.
Jah, what you been up to, man?
Little of everything, man. But this week in particular, I took the week off from doing the morning rant. But the morning rant came back, but we had to take the week off. I actually getting some work done at the house, right? So my house sounds like a construction site. So I'm here
Yeah,
at,
get that.
at another little rental right now. So I got my mixer, my mic, and none of that. I'm feeling like how people feel when they came up with me usually.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm usually seeing the green in the back with the with the mic and stuff like that.
no
So
green
I'm
behind me, none of that. But
right. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole setup.
pretty much that's what it is. Morning Rant is back. Took a little break for this week, but we'll be back next week. Also, just working on a lot of projects. Salute to Shahari. I'll be down there in May. We're doing a conference in person and virtual that will be repurposed for her documentary. So salute to Shaharia and the Silence Kills nonprofit, that organization, about giving a voice to victims of domestic violence. So salute to her. And that's going to be, like I said, by you in DC. So I'll be down there. And
Most
recently
definitely.
just joined the board of directors for a film festival. So one of the first film festivals I ever won an award from. So 10 years ago. So it's kind of full circle moment for me right now. So I'm feeling pretty good about that.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man. Salute, salute. Redemption, salute, redemption.
Redemption, what's going on? What's going on? Salute. Long time no see. So y'all know how it is, man. We got a topic of the night. Topic of the night is catching red flags. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get a little bit in depth. Talking about a little bit about red flags and how do you catch them and things like that. What do you do? Share your experiences. We want you guys to definitely like interact with us in the comments. So don't be afraid to. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to. We here for a little bit, so don't be afraid. All right. So
No
we
doubt.
gonna get this thing. We gonna get this thing on the popping. Shan, what's going on? Salute.
Salute, Champagne, salute, rap.
So the crazy thing is like this past week has been like been pretty dope. Big thing in sports, the NBA playoffs is underway. With the draft is the NFL draft was started yesterday. Round one, round two is actually going underway right now at 7 o'clock. So it's gonna be a lot of people paying attention to that as well. Honcho, what's good, my guy?
Salute to the rep, Brooklyn Honcho.
So what's been going on for the week, man? Everything what's been going on up in the Big Apple.
What's going on in the Big Apple? I mean, well, there was a shootout at the Jamaica Avenue train station. Somebody saw
Oh
that
shit.
they quote unquote enemy. So some brothers got into a fight, and one of the dudes that was, I guess, losing the fight pulled out and shot homeboy on the platform. And this is on, like I said, the Jamaica Avenue train station. It's pretty, uh, it's a pretty popular train station. Anybody could have got hit in the crossfire. Thank God nobody didn't. But that's what's going on in the Big Apple right now. This is the second train shooting in like the past couple months. You know,
Oh, that's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, it was just a shooting. I think about a couple of days ago. DC, of course, southeast. Southeast, southwest area, right there by the
Mhm.
next stadium. So it's just getting crazy out here, man. Make sure you guys stay safe out there. If you guys being out and about, I do want to talk about the concert that is coming up, which is something in the water. I believe that's this weekend, if I'm not
Which
mistaken.
concert is that, brother?
Something in the water. Usually it's in Richmond, but moved it from Richmond, and now is officially back in DC. The crazy thing is that Pharrell didn't want it in Richmond after last year. He said it was something about the money and the way how Richmond tried to run everything. He
Hmm.
didn't like it, so he said he wanted to bring it back to DC. He said he want to bring it to DC, and so now it's in DC, downtown. I think on the intersection of Connecticut and Independence Avenue. The tickets, I think the tickets are going for like $300, but you get like a whole VIP package for 3 days. So
You
it's pretty
going?
dope. Nah, I won't be. I won't be there this weekend, man. I'm trying
Says
to
this
avoid the
weekend.
traffic. Yeah, I think it's this weekend
And
if I'm not
wait,
mistaken. I think
what's
it's
the name of the festival again?
something in the water.
Something in the water. Oh shit, I'm drinking
Yeah,
water too.
something in the water festival. Mm,
Something in the water festival. They got their lineup already.
yeah. Let me see something. What is this? I'm sorry, no, it's this summer, June 17th to June 19th.
Okay, okay.
It's that weekend, Father's Day weekend, I believe. That's Father's Day weekend, right? June 17th to
There's a
19th.
there's a lot going on Father's Day weekend. I'm not sure about if that's the same weekend, but possibly. There's a lot going
Yeah,
on Father's Day weekend though.
yeah. So they got a nice little lineup there. They got John Baptiste,
Yeah,
little
it's the
baby,
same
little
weekend.
Uzi Vert,
Oh, they got
Mr.
Denzel
J.
Curry. Denzel Curry's hard. Okay.
Yeah, the Dave Matthews Band, DeVito, Denzel Curry, Calvin Harris, Bia, Backyard
Little
Band.
little baby.
Yeah, Shanti and Ja Rule, Sis
I
Clark.
ain't there. I ain't trying to see no shots. I ain't trying to go to no. See, I wouldn't. I would never put Ja Rule. I would never put Ja Rule on the festival lineup ever again after Fire Fest. You familiar with the Fire Festival debacle?
Nah, nah. What happened at the Fire Fest?
So basically, all right, cool. I'm gonna enjoy breaking this down. So basically, Fire Fest was a festival that this white boy decided to make, and he basically the guy was a swindler to say the least. He was a swindler. There's a whole movie about it that was on I want to say Netflix, and one of his swindles was basically he had this luxury festival that was supposed to be on this island that he supposedly brought that used to be like I think he related it to some type of drug trafficking fantasy bullshit from back in the day. But he brought this I forget the drug dealer's name, but he brought this islands allegedly and sold these tickets to this luxury festival. And then when all these white kids got there, mostly white kids with the money to spend disposable income to spend on some shit like that, they went out there, which was out of the country, if I remember right. I believe it was like in Mexico or some shit like that. And they got there and they had fucking FEMA tents for them, and like fucking public school sandwich like lunch was the type of food
What?
they was giving them. They were supposed to have all this luxury shit. They was basically like selling them on like with stock footage on what the event would be. You know what I mean? So
Mm,
it was and Redemption said Coachella failed. It was supposed to be like the festival of all festivals, and it was supposed to be like really exclusive. And they attached Ja Rule's name to it. That was the
right.
thing, and Ja
Oh, that
Rule was supposed to
sucks.
be his partner. And you know, unfortunately, sometimes black people we you put a white person next to us, and we think that that just means they official. And
Right.
you know, Ja Rule actually fell for it, and the dude went to jail. Is the end of the story. But basically,
Hmm.
I want to say hundreds, if not thousands, of people went out there for their luxury glamping type experience, and they end up staying in some FEMA camps if they were lucky. No electricity, I believe, at a certain time. Yeah, they got cheese and lettuce on white bread. Redemption said that's what they got, and the dude was fighting a case about that because a bunch of people were suing him and everything, and he actually managed to stay out of jail at first, but then he doubled down and made a whole nother swindle where he sold these basically fake black cards, right? It was like to make you feel exclusive, and you brought a black card, and this black card was supposed to give you discounts or free entry to a bunch of free exclusive events and like
Right.
in like major cities and shit. And that was a swindle too. So they put him away. They put him in jail. And Ja Rule, lucky he just dodged that.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Ja Rule probably snitched on boy, but probably cooperated. You know what I mean? But
right.
I would never put Ja Rule on a festival to make the long story short. Brooklyn Hunter said, Jah making corner store chicken sandwich commercials now. A corner store chicken sandwich would be way better than what they got at this festival, though. Especially in New York. Especially in New York. You already know. Our corner store chicken sandwich is fire.
Corner store chicken sandwich.
Hmm
Mm.
You ever ate from a New York City deli?
Yeah, actually, I have. There's one. I forgot the name of it. It's down there by the Children's Museum. Ain't gonna never forget it. Best damn sandwich I think I ever had in my life.
And you can get that shit at like 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning. You could just leave the club and stumble into one of them delis and eat like a
Yeah,
king.
that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, so damn, that's crazy. Like, so Ja Rule's out there making corner store chicken sandwich commercials.
Oh, I thought he said me when he said Ja at first. He's right. Ja Rule definitely made a commercial. You ever saw it?
No, I didn't see it.
If you want to, you should
That's
share your
hilarious.
screen and play that shit, bro.
That is hilarious.
You want me
Fucking
to pull it
hilarious,
up for
man.
you? I'll
I'm not
send it
putting
over
it
to you.
now.
Or you could probably just put it in YouTube and say Ja Rule chicken, corner store chicken sandwich commercial. Ja Rule. Or just Ja Rule commercial. Yeah, it's a
I
gyro
did. I
commercial.
did see this shit. I did see this shit.
Yeah, that shit
That's
was
right.
wild.
That's right. Yeah. I did see that shit. That shit's fucking wild, man. Like that's fucking crazy. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, okay.
You said Red Essence is going to be there. I see Red. Oh, they got Skepta pulling up too to that shit. Skepta, that's the UK
Yeah,
artist.
Tiana Taylor. Yeah, Tiana Taylor, Tierra Whack. Ray Shermer, Ray Essence,
You know who
Ravina,
Skepta is,
Roddy
bro?
Rich. You said who?
Do you know who Skepta is?
No, I heard his
That's
name a lot
fucking
though.
big, bro. That's he's big in the UK, but niggas out here fuck with him too. He actually got a few hits with ASAP. Skepta
Oh
coming
really?
out here for that festival was big, yeah. That dude is fire, bro. They also gonna have
Yeah.
Thundercat there. He gonna be there with, singing about his do rag.
Yeah, Pharrell and
Tyler
Friends
the
gonna be there
Creator.
too.
This shit's gonna be fire, bro.
Yeah, she's gonna be dope. And that's why I said like it's $350 for a 3 day general admission pass. You know what I'm saying? So like, and like it's not like, just like money gone to waste. There's a lot of stuff that actually come with that pass too. So, like you get backstage access and all that stuff. So it's actually not a bad deal. And for 3 days too. So for the whole weekend. So
No doubt, man. No doubt. What's good with you though?
I mean,
How you been?
man, I've been good, man. I've been just chilling, being a family man and shit like that, Um, I got the boys in football, so just been dealing with that throughout the week and just been working, man.
I
Just
can
been
dig it.
working, stacking money. This
How the
is
new job, man?
this is man. It's good, man. It's good. Like it's like being a fucking official like DC government employee and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's dope. It's dope as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm learning a lot. You know what I'm saying? And working just working inside of the government and shit like that. So it's been nice, man. It's been nice. But I'm glad to be back here. You know what I'm saying with my BKE peoples. You know what I'm saying, and the Ranters Union and shit like that. So I'm glad to be back here. I'm glad to be live again. I hope you guys miss me. I miss y'all a little bit.
Nah,
Just a little bit. Just a
they
little.
definitely miss you on a Friday evening, man. This is a good time for the BK podcast, bro. I always said to me, BK podcast, like the concept of it remind me of like a men's group. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most
And
definitely.
it's still cool even when you have female guests, but just the concept of the Black Kings empowerment and all that, and the way we could
Of
just kind
course,
of
of course.
talk freely with each other about whatever we're gonna talk about as black men. It's pretty dope, man.
Exactly. Especially without being judged too. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make an emphasis on that. You know what I'm saying? Like I be telling people that come on here, look, this is a safe space. This is a safe space. This ain't no children's show, but just beware, you know what I'm saying? You say some shit and somebody that's on here, might, grill you for it, but you ain't judged on here though, you ain't judged on here. But it's how it is when you on the show, you know what I'm saying? Shit is raw, you know. All right, so he go to
Yeah, there you
he
go.
go to video Ja Rule.
Slap your mama. Papa Cristo's got the best motherfucking gyros you ever ate in your life. So good. Think to you got to have Peters. Peters! Papa Cristo Peters! They got everything. I'ma just give you a rundown of some of my favorites. They got tzatziki. Hold on. Octopi tequila. Well, whatever. But it's good. Abolimano soup. Copper pizza. And they got wine too. I'm telling you, come on down to Papa Cristo's. You can't even pronounce the food. It's so goddamn good. Show them what you're working with, Papa. Show them how you do it.
Hey, Papa. Hey, where are you? Papa Cristo, are you here? Papa Cristo, are you here?
Come on down to Papa Cristo's, 2771 West Boulevard, Pico. Or you can call right now and get it delivered. Papa Cristo's. Ooh, make you want to do the dance.
I don't hear you, bro.
I'm sorry, they should just set a nigga back 20 years, man. That shit crazy.
Shan said he making Queens look bad. He should know better.
Like, somebody need to talk to his PR manager, man. That shit wasn't cool at all.
He ain't
Like,
got no fucking PR manager. That's why he did that shit. But I'm never the one to hate on somebody for getting their bread, man. Get your money,
Facts.
Ja Rule.
facts, definitely facts. You
You
know,
know what I mean?
definitely facts, man. We got Honcho here, man. We got Honcho in the building.
Okay,
Honcho,
okay.
What's good,
That's
fam?
what's up.
Honcho, you
He'll get it together. A little technical difficulty. That's it. That's his thing. Brooklyn Honcho love technical difficulties anyway. So there you go.
there you go.
Honcho love the technical difficulties, right? Honcho
I
always said
love the
that.
technical difficulties, dog.
Yo, what's good,
How y'all
man?
doing, man? What's
I'm
happening,
chilling,
man?
man.
Long
What's
time
up?
no see.
Yeah,
Happy
yeah,
New
man.
Year, everybody.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
Happy New Year to you,
Happy
bro.
New.
I said, let me come out and check the mailbox. So let me get y'all a stream. Like I came out half-assed. I ain't even hanging out tonight. I done slowed down since I've been down here in Georgia, man. Atlanta,
Yo,
like you think I'm up every damn Friday. I partied my ass off as soon as I came down here for like 6 months straight.
you over
And now
it.
they
My
it's
man, my man Honcho crib so big he got to drive through the mailbox.
yeah, I wish it was that ranch I was going for. It's nice though, man. But shit, dog. Man, how y'all doing, man?
All is well.
Yeah, you know, can't call it, man. Can't call it at all. I do got to ask y'all a question.
Yeah.
Have you guys been touching bases on this Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation, right?
Not really.
Keep it real, yeah, keep it real with you. Not really. I mean, Schoolboy, he been watching it. I hope he came up. I sent him the link if he's available or if he's listening. Schoolboy, if you can hear us, came up. But from what I understand and what we went over it the other day during the morning rant, from what happened up until that point, and so that was like a week ago. I guess she was admitting to like hitting him or something like that. She admitted to hitting him, but not hitting him too hard or some shit she was saying.
Man, all I know is she shitted on that man bad, man. That ain't right.
She shitted on his money, right?
That ain't right.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know what
You cocked your nasty ass over on that bed is ridiculous, sir.
What? Say it again.
I said somebody cocking their nasty ass over on the bed and defecating is disgusting, sir. I'd have slapped you too.
Wait. Somebody did that? That's what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all gotta put me on. Y'all gotta put me on. Y'all gotta put me on. Go ahead.
Yeah,
she done bit his finger off and all that. Oh yeah, my boy getting abused.
I don't mean to laugh.
Like,
where the fuck is the one
like, the crazy thing is like, you know, like just both of them is just like
toxic.
Been fucking each other up. Yeah, they just been fucking each other up. You know what I'm saying? But Johnny
That's typical shit.
Yeah, but the difference is like Johnny Depp has lost a few contracts. because of this, because of the defamation.
Potential earnings, yeah.
He was
Wait,
supposed
so
to be in.
wait, so Hancho, you believe that he was fucking her up too? Like they both was fucking each other? Y'all both believe that?
It's only but so much a man gonna be getting beat up on and bit up on and all this shit. Well, I'm quite sure he go upside the head. It is Johnny Depp. He be high on coke and all that shit.
All right, fair enough. Continue. My
So,
fault.
yeah, like no, you good. Like Johnny Depp was supposed to. He was supposed to be in the Fantastic Beasts series. Movie series. Like he was supposed to be a star in that joint, but then they canceled him. They canceled him from being in the movie series now. So now he's not in like the Fantastic Beasts and
But
Griswold.
he's suing her. He's suing her for all the lost potential earnings.
Yeah. So like he's suing her
15
for
mil.
all the like. Yeah.
Is she worth 15 mil?
I mean, she was in Aquaman.
That didn't do that damn well.
She was in Aquaman. I mean,
Momoa did it, but I don't know about her, dog. I don't know,
Marvel
man.
money is Marvel money,
What can I ask this before I spaz, man? Like, what's up with these women nowadays, dog? It's like it's gotten progressively worse and worse with the war on men and women now. It's a war. It's like
what make you say that? What make you say that?
I mean, it's just like so much. I get it. Shout out to the Red Pill Nation out there doing their things and all of that stuff. I don't follow up. I've been married a long time. But like, I'm looking at how the women treat the men nowadays and how men just like, you know what I mean? It's just not entertaining no more. Like how it was when we were growing up in the 90s and you know what I mean? 2000s and like everybody was into one another. We wanted, you know what I mean? To mix and mingle and be around each other. Nowadays, it's like, you say something to a woman, they act repulsed by any person. You know what I mean? All they respect is a check as opposed to the person. So it's like, really, like, what are they saying? Women are now to only be solicited as opposed to actually courted.
I think a lot of that got to do with how we seeing it. I think social media got a lot to do with how we seeing shit, right? I don't know if that's like real, right? I mean, like in New York, our women always had attitudes, right? That's just. But once you leave New York, things get a little bit easier, right?
No, it don't. No, it don't.
But we don't know for real though, Hancho. We don't know for real. Me and you don't know no more. Like
it's same shit, different flies, man.
But we not in the game per se. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of looking from the stands. You know what I mean? And all we see is the loudmouth joints talking about like, you like you said, you got to solicit versus Courtney, right? But we don't really know. I feel like if brothers like you and I was still, or even CJ was still in the game, I think we would do just fine, bro.
The crazy thing is like, just like
he's like, I don't buy it.
Just like Logic said though. It's just it's mainly like it's what we see because of social media portrays that, right? Versus you never know, if you come to a woman and she's like actually like, easy to talk to. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta deal with all that. There are women out here where you ain't gotta deal with that,
You ain't got to deal with practice either to get a decent attitude. Like, I'm not trying, like, it's like, the compromise nowadays, even some of the less attractive women are acting like they got to have somebody that's beyond the average. And I'm just wondering, what's that about? Since when this, go for it.
I just wanted to salute my man Q Butter. He a busy guy. He just pulled up.
That's what's happening.
Q Butter and the Zayax Institute. Q. You know what I mean? Before he dipped, I know he a busy dude. So I just wanted to say salute to that man. The good work he's doing for the black youth in Brooklyn and overall, all over actually. His institute is online, so he deal with youth all over. But go ahead, guys. Go ahead, my fault.
That's what's up. I just, I don't know. The entitlement nowadays of the younger gals coming up is just not. It's not hitting. I don't like their attitude. I don't like nobody.
I feel like they being fed some bullshit. I feel like they're being fed some bullshit, and life is, is going to have a way of evening the score and making shit be what it's supposed to be, right? But right now, it's just like it's this big, push on both sides of just being toxic, for lack of better words. You know what I mean? So I feel like that shit, everybody who's looking for somebody, they're gonna find somebody. And the people that's just looking to play games and have reasons for why they don't want to fuck with nobody or nobody don't meet their standards, they're gonna stay single. But that's kind of what
How
they
we gonna
want.
grow? How we gonna procreate out here? How's the youth gonna do it? The 20s. I feel bad for the 20s out here.
I mean, they still gonna have seeds, man. But maybe they don't. Maybe it give them a reason not to have seeds until they, and step in their right mind. Maybe in their 30s and
They
shit.
respect the meta world better than the actual physical world nowadays.
That's a good point, because if I would, like I was saying, like if we were still single, one of the places that I'm sure we would have a lot of luck is on online dating. Like there's a lot of
I've
well-to-do.
never done it.
I know we haven't, because we haven't had to, right? But in the era
Party
we in
line
now,
back in the day. Party line was
okay,
hitting back in the day.
that counts. But we was on some fuck shit back
Shane
then,
said
right?
something very
Yeah.
Shane said
But
something very interesting.
but
The
I'm gonna say this
entitlement of
before we
men.
get to that real quick. I was not keep it up. I would say this before we get to that though. But I was saying, like, I know, like, because I produced the show that come on the channel on Wednesdays, Stacked After Hours, right? These are
I
people
watched
who
it.
are our age and up, and a lot of them, most of them, talk about online dating and being on the apps and all of that, and either finding success or not finding success. But I mean, I feel like the people that's looking, they open, man, they open. But what we seeing is that social media facade. But go ahead, CJ, my fault.
No, I'm just saying. Shane was saying like the entitlement of men can be looked as bullshit as well. It goes both ways,
But see, you're
and that's
talking,
why. And
but she's saying that, but she has a husband, she has a dude, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like the whole men do this, women do that. It's like it's fun to talk about to a certain extent, I think. But I feel like it's really just a narrative, but it ain't reality. I feel like people that really want to be with somebody, they're gonna have somebody, yo. Real talk.
I mean, we always been on our bullshit. We always, but like it just I mean, I don't know what it's like to be a woman. I mean, they've tolerated it, and now I guess it's our turn to, eat, eat, eat the cake. You know what I mean?
Yo, you got a good point. You got a good point. I agree with that, bro. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
We like it's always been the bullshit, but we definitely had our run at it. You know what I'm saying? So now they showing their ass and shit. It is what it is. Somebody gotta show their ass.
I do want to get his news out. Quavo is in another production.
Yes.
Yeah, he's in this new production, this thriller called Takeover. And yeah, man, honestly, I didn't know he was in a few other productions like Atlanta, Blackish, Ballers. He was in Narcos. And I didn't even know that. I was like, oh shit, I gotta go back and watch Narcos now. I gotta go back and watch Narcos. But he was in Narcos, and I didn't know he was in that many like on screen productions.
He probably was
Last
an
movie
extra.
I saw him, he was in that movie Elevator.
I ain't even see
He
that
was?
shit.
Yeah, it was just him and that girl in a PlayStation. Y'all remember
Not a
that?
PlayStation.
You don't remember that?
Not a PlayStation.
They were fighting over that Call of Duty pack. Him and Suwaidi.
Oh shit.
Nah, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, you got to see that
Hey,
footage.
you talking about the
When
elevator fight.
it goes
You
down
talking
in
about
the
the elevator
elevator.
fight between
If
Yeah, I
I'm in
mean
the elevator with the
that's
woman,
what a lot of celebrities drama been going down there, It's like the elevator. It's like you can't figure out nowhere else to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like not saying like it's okay to fight each other, but I'm like, y'all just like like
Mhm.
y'all just like using the
Mhm.
elevator, where people can see your shit. Like
Yeah.
It's like
Beyonce, Jay-Z and Solange and Ray
you
Rice, and now
you
Quavo. It's like, God damn.
As soon as you walk in the elevator with a woman, now you gotta play corners.
Oh shit! Remember that? Remember corners? I don't know if y'all ever did that in DC, CJ, but corners in New York. That's this game we play in most of the. We got so many buildings, but definitely in the projects where you get in the elevator and everybody get their back to the wall and just start fucking up. Whoever is slipping, basically, the person that's slipping get jumped for the elevator ride for fun.
Don't let the lights be out.
Yeah, somebody get fucked up.
4 or 5 people go to that damn elevator.
You could have just went on the elevator with your peoples. They was your peoples before you got on the elevator. Yeah. And then,
somebody gonna see light flashes though by the time you reach the 7th floor.
The temperature changes. The temperature changes.
When that door closes.
Look, I get on the elevator. Don't start tearing off of me because I'm gonna kick your ass straight up.
You're gonna have to, man. That was the game.
Let me ask y'all too. All right. So, CJ, you ever played like what was that? Where people come slap food out your hand or shit like that? You ever seen that game being played?
Yeah, man. I done played that shit before.
Hold on. So, which one would you be like? Well, both of you guys, one at a time. Which game would you rather play, corners or the food game?
I'm playing corners all day. Slapping the food out of my hand is violation, bro. Mm-hmm. Especially when you're young and poor. You might have that. You might have just, I got this ice cream or this fucking whatever it is. It's a little treat to you. I got my favorite chips. Or I got my fucking bagel with cream cheese or whatever it is with my broke ass, and I'm in the hood and you slap food out my hand.
That might cause
If I had to choose it to be corners, don't slap my food out my hand. You asking for glorified ass whooping from me. You asking for a glorified ass whooping. Like those. Especially don't slap no food out my hand when it's like my first meal of the day. Like you asking for a death wish. You know what I'm saying? Like you asking for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be down at the police precinct. They be like, man, what you do? Man, I just had my first burrito of the day and nigga got like slap it out my hand, and I had to beat that nigga to death. You know what I'm saying? Like
told your ass don't bring no food outside, no slice of pizza, no wings and rice. Don't do nothing.
See, it's like now the next time I come to New York, if I find myself in the projects, if I like go on the elevator, I'm gonna have to stay in the corner now. Now that y'all said that shit,
let me tell you something.
I'll take the stairs if I go to the projects. Period. I just don't do the elevators.
Let me tell you something, CJ. You're gonna have to stand in the corner anyway, man. In the middle of that floor is the toilet. Yo, so good kitchen LLC. Salute, homegirl. Salute, sister. She said, "Don't touch food, bro. No, don't touch the food, bro." I think she down there by you, CJ, in DC, I believe. If you have a website or something, put your information in the chat. So Good Kitchen LLC, or everybody also subscribe to her page. And subscribe to Q Butters page, by the way.
We'll do. Yeah. We'll do.
But if she in DC, where's she at?
She said, y'all think the Will Smith slap is real?
Touch the food.
Man, I thought I get a chance to finally forget about that shit, yo.
Yeah, that shit is real, though. Of course
I think it's real. And my take on it is, even if it's fake, it's real because the damage is done to his career, to Will Smith's career, to Chris Rock's reputation, to his manhood.
His kids got to walk around knowing that daddy done got slapped on stage. He gonna get a bag, though. He gonna get a bag off of him.
He already got a bag. That weekend afterwards, his stand-up sold out for the whole weekend.
He was going to sell out anyway. I don't
right. Yes, he was. Cut it out, CJ. Don't do that.
Bro, that's Chris Rock, bro.
You can't tell me.
Exactly.
You can't tell me that you're going to buy a Chris Rock ticket.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't think he's funny. I don't think he's funny.
But this is the thing. Because he's Chris Rock and he's at the level of his career that he is, there's plenty of people that will buy the ticket. right? So
I mean, the only way I would buy the ticket is if I knew that he got slapped, and I'm like, all right, I gotta go to this nigga stand up just to hear him talk
nah,
about the
nah.
slap.
Those
You
people
know,
was going.
like
Those Chris Rock fans was going regardless, bro. I'm
They
telling
had
you,
them
man.
tickets bought already, dog. He got
man,
slapped on a Sunday. They was at
I
that
just
spot
don't
on
think he's
Tuesday.
funny.
Wait,
I just don't think he's funny. Like Ti had to stand up in Baltimore a couple of weekends ago, and my friend was like, "Yo, you want to go to Ti stand up special?" I'm good. Like
You ain't
saw
gonna
how
sit
I'm
here.
Brooklyn
good.
did him.
You ain't gonna sit here and compare Chris Rock to Ti, bro.
Nah,
I'm
hell
not.
no.
I'm
He
not.
didn't.
I'm not. No. I'm not comparing Chris Rock to Ti. I'm talking about like on the lines of like I'm good. Like I'm good. I never thought Chris Rock was funny.
Yo,
I
all right.
think
So
he's
let's go to the
funny.
chat really quick. Let's go to the
Okay.
chat. So Shan P agreeing with CJ, right? She's saying that she thinks that Chris Rock is more funny to white people, but my point exactly, they're still buying the tickets, right? So I'm saying the tickets is still going to get sold. Soul Kitchen is saying the stunt boosted both of their careers, real or fake. It got everybody talking. It got everybody talking, but I don't think it boosted their careers. You feel me? Will Smith I'm sure he can still get a film, but you seen what happened with him. They supposedly banned him from the award ceremony for like 10 years or something like that. Chris Rock, fuck his career, his manhood is washed. He got his mother's in the news talking about you didn't just slap Chris Rock when you slapped him, you slapped all of us. His mother is still defending him, and he's an
Yeah,
old
sit
ass
your
man. He
ass
looks
down.
he looks bad.
Like,
He
That's
looks
not
no
his
bad right
fault.
now.
disrespect.
That's not his
It's
fault
not
though,
his fault,
man.
but he looks bad. Is what I'm saying. Every
No,
time,
no disrespect, Miles, but yeah, stay out of this. You know, it's like that's how I felt. I'm sorry, that's how I felt. It's like anybody that's not Chris Rock, stay the fuck out of it. You know what I'm saying? This is between two grown ass men. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like that's just how I felt about it. Like the way Chris Rock brother got on Instagram, like, dude, like you on social media, you would never said that shit if you was there at the Grammys. You would never did anything. Like
Nah, he's the
chill.
tough one. Chill, son. No, he really is tough.
If Tony Rock
I
was
mean,
there, he would have fucked Will
Tony
Smith
Rock
up.
don't play that shit, son.
He would have
Tony
oh
Rock
fucked
don't
Will
play
man,
that.
Smith
hell
That's
up.
like
no,
Eddie
bro.
Murphy, brother. Charlie Murphy, God rest his soul. He was the thug of the family, son. He was really about that life too. The bros
Chris,
get involved is different.
Soul Kitchen, I just don't believe it boosted their careers. I don't think
Not
it
at all.
did anything good for them. It didn't do anything good for us as a people. It made us look crazy, but I don't think it did anything good for them.
But why did it? What did it stem from? Jada.
Red flag.
Yeah.
That's the red flag. Because she's asked, was it a red flag? That's
She
the red
been the red
flag.
flag. She been the red flag. She
Jada.
been the red
She's a
flag.
red flag teller.
The moment she told the story about Tupac, it was like, why would you bring the story back up about Tupac and y'all dating? Like, don't nobody want to hear that shit after you've been married for so long.
You,
Like what the
yeah,
fuck,
ain't
man?
even like that's what I mean as well, man. The just the level of disrespect, and this is what the women are following now. It's like no respect to the man, to the black man anymore. No. Meanwhile, we are gods, dog. Like we really is something to behold, but yet they try to emasculate us at any given opportunity. It's not just the women, it's the media. It's like the hunt on us has never stopped. It's never stopped. They've always compared this even to our own kind. Well, we like light skinned than dark skinned. You know what I mean? It's just like always something with the black male. And I don't know, dog. I don't know. I wanted to bring up something else, but I'll wait for you guys to comment or read some things.
I just want to say this real quick before you bring up something else. So Good Kitchen says, but Will Smith was way more hype after the slap than before. Usually you get mad, become irrational before you pop off and hit somebody. This is the thing. So I recently finished his book. And when you get into his book, you understand that all he ever wanted was approval. On top of the fact that he, in his heart, is dying 1,000 deaths of a coward because he's seen his mother get beat and he never said anything. The only thing he could do was try to be the clown of the family, right? Try to lighten up the situation, but he never like stood up to his father in a way and was like, "Look, don't hit my mother," right? So And then he even talked about a time when he did some shit because he thought he was supposed to do it, right? In regards to relationships, some crazy shit, right? So Will is very vocal about wanting to be accepted, especially from his woman. So, and he's with the right type of women that he taught how to manipulate him. He taught her how to manipulate him, right? She knows his weaknesses. He taught us all. If you read the book, if you get into the book, he's showing everybody his weaknesses and what he'll do for it to be accepted by the right
Appreciate you,
people.
soul.
So I don't know.
He ain't get no points. He ain't get no points slapping Chris Rock though.
None.
This Chris Rock, nah. Now if he would have went,
And
see, like I respected T.I. when he went at Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, because like you get what I'm saying? Like you don't play that shit with the smaller or the disabled kind. You know what I mean? You play that you feel a way. Go at any athlete that goes upside their woman head. If you felt like that, if you wanted to get into some celebrity boxing or boxing, whatever, I just think that the hell with what I think, man. It's about what y'all think, man.
Nah, man, it's on you. Actually, I'm about to go grab my order from the front. I'll be right back, fellas.
hey, what you eating?
Oh, you know, I got some chicken. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, you gotta have chicken, man. You gotta have chicken. I figured it was chicken. I just had to ask to see if you was gonna choose something different.
So,
But
I
yeah,
mean,
man.
what you think about like you started off the whole topic, the whole day with like, you know what I mean? Just with the violence, the silliness. And what do you contribute, like, especially all of this stick talk and nonsense too? What do you actually contribute all of that to? I have my opinion as to what I think it is, but what do you think it is, man?
Me like talking brolic in general.
No. Actually going out here and shooting and ruining lives.
I think it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I just think it's like, why? Like, what is your motive behind this? Are you doing it because something happened and you need to retaliate? Or are you doing it because, you feel like you just have to do it? Like, you never know what goes through the minds of these guys out here. And to be honest, I think that, this is why we need to come together as a black community. You know what I'm saying? Like, people keep preaching it, people keep saying it every day. But when they say it, they just say it and then they don't apply it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they post it on social media, then they think like, oh, they got the message, cool, let me go on about my day, when it doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? We have to come together. We got to put our minds together, figure out how not only we can stop it in our community, but make it so, when it is successful in our community, how can we get this out to other communities who also struggling in gun violence in the black community? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think, a lot of people really rely on these government officials. These government officials can give a rat's ass about us. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to like, put some negativity on like politics, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you grown up in your community and in your neighborhood, you are the pillar of your community. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are the pillar of the community. You the one who can make the change, not some government official who just going to come to your community once or twice just to get the voting poll. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know I have a strong opinion as to why we have a spike in all of this, like, like I said, man, all of this stick action. I know it's the rap music. And I'm gonna tell you why I
Yeah.
know. I'm gonna tell you why though. When the popularity of like, these rappers being slain and dying to gun violence that shit, you threw me off with that black screen. But yo, when these rappers like they literally get slain and the killer goes online and talks about it, like how they just dropped them in this pack and that pack, and like they really glorify the shit out of it and make it into like almost a lighter situation as opposed to when well, when I was growing up, you knew who was trouble and who wasn't. And it wasn't nothing funny or jokey about that situation. And nowadays, these guys is just like self-snitching. They're trying to get the clout. And I think that that Chicago style of like rap, it just reminds me of when Trump got into office and his first, like some of his first things, of course, was undo Obama. But when he went hard at the MS-13 gang was in Long Island, he made it a serious issue until he got them out. Why? Because there was a lot of cartel style killings going on now, and he eliminated that. The same thing has now happened, transition with rap, where this Chicago drill music, you know what I mean? Now it's all kinds of drills. This is what I mean. They inherited it, and now it's like it's playing out, and can't nobody fight no more any goddamn way. So but it's so easy to get your hands on any Draco. You know what I mean? Like they get in their hands on so many assault rifles and handguns at early ages in life that the cowardness is showing. It's not for protection, it's for show off. And if I got the drop on you, that's another thing. Yeah, I catch you lacking. And if I got the drop on you, I'm willing to risk my life and ruin my life and anyone else's life in the vicinity because they can't even shoot straight any damn way. And now guess what? All of that for what? A few days of being able to go, yeah, got your boy in the pack, got your mans in the pack. Oh yeah, what we smoking on? And this and that, and done dropped them and come out with a song right after. Like, what kind of fucking foolish, man? I contributed towards the rap music, dog. And this is the first time I could ever say that I believe that the spike in violence is contributed towards rap music and nothing else.
I can agree with that. I think it's a bunch of things all in one. Like rap music is definitely one of them. Another thing is lack of guidance. Another thing is the enabling, of the government.
Mm-hmm.
I know I might sound like a conspiracy theorist when I say this, but I mean it's just real. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, and I know it sounds cliche when I say this. It's like it's always a liquor store on every block. You know what I'm saying? There's always a corner store on every block.
I think it's a mixture of things, man.
Yeah, like I said, it's a
is?
mixture of things. It's a
What
mixture
do you
of
think
things.
it
You know
is?
what I'm saying?
Oh man,
What do you think it is? What do you think it is?
I think for one is the culture that we allowed to continue to exist coming into this next generation. Like the 90s wasn't a picnic, right? So and we can't act like it's still not motherfuckers that was active in the 90s in the early 2000s coming home still scared to kind of up their game and be grown men and still hanging around young dudes making them think what they doing is right. So you got that element. Then you got, just the position that we're put in. And then you got the fact that even when you're not necessarily in that if you are lucky enough to be raised in a so-called middle-class home or whatever, you ever notice some of those neighborhoods still get fucked up because the young people coming up want their neighborhood to still be considered down with the shits. So that a lot of that is media, but it's not just the music, right? Like the shit is leaking out to everything, even podcasts, right? Like is whole podcast beef where people get shot up and all of that, right? And people trolling each other on Instagram and Twitter and all of that shit. You feel me? People been getting so it's like people get clapped for a whole lot of shit, and those of us who are of a certain age, I don't think we realize it yet. Those of us, not a lot of us are doing the work like my man Q Butter, who was in the chat earlier, is doing. You know what I mean? So, like, I was thinking to myself, like, when I was young in the neighborhood I grew up in, which Hancho, you spent time there, you know where I'm from. When I was growing up, as fucked up as it was, we had like community trips where they would take us from the hood and take us to a water park or
Park.
you
Six
go to
Flags or something.
or you can go to camp for 2 weeks as a fit under the Boy Scout grant or some shit. You feel me? But I don't see that happening. But it clicked in my head not too long ago. Like, yo, I've been back in New York a few years now, and then COVID kind fuck my stride up a little bit, but I'm like, it's me and my peers' time to be hosting them, bus trips and summer camps and these type of things. You feel me? So,
But it's a liability now. They've made it a liability now.
it's always been. But I was gonna say salute to CJ. CJ's working on a summer camp right now. To do a program in DC. You feel what I'm saying? Not to blow him up. So, but it's like, yo, it's our turn. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't live there anymore, to go back and organize the trips and open up the programs and create the CBOs, the community based organizations. Like, if we don't do it, ain't nobody gonna do it, because all they doing right now is, in the name of gentrification, is buying up all the prime real estate in and around the hood, and the people that don't get with the times going to get pushed out for real. So,
well, I just took a trip back up to New York last week. Oh, sorry, see, what'd you say?
No, you good. No, I gotta ask a question. Okay. So Good Kitchen, where are you located?
I want to say she's in the DMV.
Nice.
I didn't even know this.
So I just took a trip out to New York last week. I was out there 9 days, and these niggas is not interested in none of that shit, son. They not. You put up some flyers. Nah, I'm keeping it 100. You know why? Times is hard. Shit is inflated. You know what I mean? There's no more like anything free. There's nothing even like you could remotely do to entice them now, because it's like, do I have to sacrifice this QP money to go on a trip? You know what I mean? It'd be like $200. They like, nah, they'd rather have that pack. You know what I mean? Or that drink, because now they out here real young. They 15, thugging and bugging out here in these streets for real, for real.
Nah, and they got but the trick is, those events I was talking about, we didn't have to pay. You know what I mean? All of that shit is supposed to be, funded. You got to come to the situation with a grant, or some, whether you might fundraise privately or whatever. You gotta fund it and just build it, and they'll come. But if you make it to be like, you gotta pay, yeah, motherfuckers probably gonna be like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather use my money to attempt to make money, or whatever the case may be. Salute Mr. Jones, he just pulled up. Salute to my guy, Mr. Jones. You feel me? Yeah, but when I was young, if we had to pay to go on any of that shit, I would have never went. So all the shit that I'm talking about, I never had to pay. That didn't come out my family pocket.
And that shit was a rough summer. Those were some rough ass summers, dog.
And that shit made it better. Those programs, right?
Except
for this, let me ask you if you remember this. You ever went to the free summer program in the hood, the free joint? Because they not even just the free one, but the one you go to when you don't get accepted to the joint that only have limited slots. I want to say it was PAL ran or some shit. Do you remember? They used to have these corn chips in a bag.
Okay.
And them corn chips smell like ass. That was the worst part. It was, I don't know the brand or whatever. It was some, I don't know where they got.
It's like in a silver bag.
You said what? Say it again.
What kind of bag was it in?
I just remember it was like a small yellow goldish bag or something, but it used to smell disgusting. It used to smell crazy. I remember. That was the only bad part about them shit. Everything else was on point, man. You play with your friends, you know what I mean? Hang out, got a place to
go hit the icy lady up, shit like that, man. I miss the old days. The things that we thought were torment to us and we couldn't wait to get away from are the things that we reflect and go, damn, those were the good old days. At least I do.
Nah, I'm good. I prefer being grown, man. I'm good.
Oh, no, of course.
I couldn't wait to fucking do what I want to do.
Well, we thought we was grown when we was like 13, 14, 15. Oh, that's forget about it.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So
that's a fact.
What that chat talking about?
But I still had to smoke out my mom's window when she wasn't home. I don't gotta do that no more. I prefer being grown.
Yeah, what up,
Salute to Stepdad Jones.
What up, bro? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it won't. I pulled up. Not so.
Let's talk about some of these brands back in the day that we used to like. Yeah, like what are some brands back in the day growing up that you sort of like miss?
Lotto sneakers. Lee's, shit like that. Izod. It was just general shit. We didn't care about that. You know what I mean? We cared about going to the
Right.
monkey bars and the ballpark and
Right.
you know what I mean? Looking at girls and talking our shit amongst each other, man. We just
Yeah,
enjoyed a sunny day. Nothing was worse than a rainy day, period.
yeah. It's fucked up. It's fucked up to say, but on a positive note, I was never like a brand person, right? And that's partially because I probably wasn't raised in a household that didn't value brands, right? Wasn't going to spend money on brands all the time. So I wasn't raised like hooked on brands, but there are products that I really enjoyed, right?
Mhm.
A certain style of sunglasses. I remember Puffy came out with them slanted glasses. Y'all remember that?
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Total and the shit, and then can't you see and all that shit. Man, I couldn't get enough of them slanted joints one summer, man. I kept buying them
The,
and
the
breaking them.
Dwayne, the Dwayne Wayne glasses. Remember the flip joints? You can flip them from
I had
yeah.
those too. I had
The
those too.
Montel Jordans. Remember the
Not-
Montel Jordan ones?
Nah, but I definitely had the Dwayne Wayne joints.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah,
hold on. Black out for a second.
yeah, I like the starter jackets too. The starter jackets was dope as shit.
Well, of course. Of course, or the Apex. You get whatever the hell you could.
But yeah, I definitely wasn't into the brands too tough, man.
I miss New York though.
Yeah.
You miss it?
I miss it.
You don't
I
feel
miss
it's
it.
more peaceful being down there?
It is peaceful, but that's the problem. I grew up in chaos though.
You're gonna get used to it, bro. It's your first time living outside of the city?
Other than being locked up, yeah.
You're gonna get used to it, man. What you're gonna find, and I can't speak for Georgia necessarily, but just being outside of New York, I definitely lived outside of New York, and I found that I got a certain type of peace that I didn't realize I needed. You feel me? Like
Mm-hmm.
I remember for a long time when I would meet people that would say, "Oh, I lived in New York for a little bit, or I visited. I can't do it anymore, or it wasn't for me."
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, "Oh, you couldn't cut it." I think they was too soft or something, right? But when I
Mm-hmm.
actually lived somewhere else and realized life don't got to be that fucking difficult, it was life changing, bro. You know what I mean? It took me a little minute to let the shock value wear off, but eventually, it started doing really good for me. You know.
I'm a mover and a shaker, so you know I need the people around to create opportunities. You know what I
True.
mean? Here it's like if your shit ain't already settled, you
Of
might want to
course.
go back to the drawing board and figure it out. Then come settle down.
I feel you on that. But when you
You
got
know what I
strong
mean?
roots, all you doing is basically, branching out and making stronger roots. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Shit said
Mm-hmm.
it ain't shit in New York. You ain't missing nothing, Honcho. Can't wait until it's my time to be up out of here.
Wow. Wow.
Someone said, yeah, going to the park, going on swings and see if you can go the highest and jump off. That hit
Hell
this.
yeah.
I seen some
I
people
used
get
to do
hurt
that
doing that
shit
shit.
too. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I didn't scrape a few shins and shit doing that shit. You know.
I done see some people bust their shit doing that, man.
Hey. I mean, it was kind of crazy, but I used to like remember when you like go there with you. Well, me, I had cousins 1 year below me and 1 year above me, and those two were the best things growing with me. But we'll go to them damn swings, and the best thing that could happen, I swear, this shit gonna sound funny as fuck. But pause this, man. But when motherfuckers used to have to get on the swing and pump them to try to get up higher.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
yeah.
ain't never
You
did.
push with
Oh,
your
okay.
knees.
Pump 'em.
You gotta like push with your knees
No.
and all, right?
No, I'm talking about you on the swing, and yo, man, I'm
Now
telling
you
you, this
got
shit
kind of
sounds
got to
crazy.
squat.
And
You got
son
to kind of
standing
squat,
there,
and then you gotta push the swing. Nah.
I'm talking about my cousin to get on my damn swing and
Mm-hmm.
pump me. Like I'm already swinging,
Oh,
and
pause.
he
Yeah.
on there swinging halfway off his, you know what I mean, trying to get that height. It like just that position. Now looking at it was like, nah, that was a bad position to be in, but it was fun as
As
hell.
kids, as
Both
kids, as kids, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yo, what was
Look,
the highest you ever went on the swing, dog? Did you ever like be even with the swing, or with the
I
gates
was
of
the
the
highest,
chains? Or,
the highest I've gotten is literally like the top of the swing, the pole. It's the
damn,
highest I've gotten. Yeah, and
scared
that
to death.
I fucked my whole face up.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't a thrill seeker like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I fuck with the swing, but I didn't need to go all the way up there. I was cool. I was cool off of that.
What's up, love? How you doing?
Salute, salute.
Yeah,
Nah, I was cool
so,
off of that shit,
I
bro.
might not be no.
shout out to the wifey.
I might not be so entertaining right now. You know, I ain't even drunk on nothing. I ain't smoked nothing. I was
Nah,
just literally,
we all sober right now, bro. I'm
yeah.
shit. We just drinking water,
You know
bro.
something? As kids, we used to do some wild shit though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I
most
don't know about
definitely.
yeah. I used to do some wild shit. Like I'm talking about shit like just like some crazy shit at the playground. Like for instance, like just going down a slide different ways and shit like that. Like you going down a metal slide and your ass want to fucking go down head first and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But did you ever pour the water on the slide before you did that?
Hell yeah, we used to do
Oh
all types
yeah,
of crazy shit.
yeah. Shirts
I used
was
to put dirt on the
twisted.
fucking slide. Yeah, I used to put dirt on the slide.
That
Like it's like
niggas was
you
trying
just
to.
don't know why. Just
Nah, I
don't
did
know
some
why.
dumb
Just put
shit
dirt on
too,
the
man.
fucking slide. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you have, man? You wouldn't have been a boy if you ain't do no dumb shit coming outside to play. That's what coming outside to
Bruh,
play was about.
I didn't even need to go outside before the dumb shit started. The dumb shit started at home. It's what they say. It shit started at home first. I stapled my hand at home. I
You
stapled
what?
like I stapled my hand. I stapled my like straight into my thumb and shit. Fucking I did all types of crazy shit, bro.
You still
You
got the
know?
scar?
Nah, I
Yeah.
don't got that scar, but
Growing up, it was a house full of boys, and me and my three brothers. You know what I'm saying? So we used to do like, because my mother used to be at home, like, or she'd be like out doing social work on the weekends and shit like that. So we'd be in the house by ourselves. So we'll be like playing wrestling and shit. We done put so many holes in the walls and shit. We live in an apartment. So like we'll spear each other into the wall, it's a hole in the wall. And then moms come home, she's like, why the fuck is there a hole in the wall? Like, what the fuck y'all doing?
You
And it's
ever
like,
do you still have scars from when you were a kid and ever look at them and still remember what the hell you did? Or it was like, damn,
yeah,
yo, I was
yeah. I
wild.
have it was one time my brother tried to choke slam me. He tried to choke slam me. And at the time, we had the bed with the guardrail. The guardrail was exposed. So on my leg to this day, I have a long scar like this
Damn.
long, and it looked like a snake that's going around my leg. But that happened because when he tried to choke slam me, when he tried to slam me down on the bed, half of my body went off the bed, and my leg got cut on the guardrail.
He got mad at you for not falling right.
He's like, man, he's like, man, why you move? I'm like, what you mean why I move? You tried to choke slam me on the edge of the fucking bed. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck wrong with you, man? But yeah, man, like I done got tombstone on the fucking bunk bed and the whole fucking bunk bed collapsed. Like, yeah, we
That
didn't do
that
some
movie
wild
Step
shit as
Brothers where that
kids,
shit fall down.
man. Like the whole fucking bunk bed collapsed, man. And that's why after that my mother just started getting metal bunk beds and that was yeah.
That's when
so
IKEA came out.
this is your older brother?
Yeah, my older brother. Yeah. I'm the
He was in
youngest of
the
five. Yeah.
experimenting on him, son.
I was the youngest of five. So when we was wrestling,
Ooh.
I was the
God
big move.
bless
I was the big move guinea pig. Every
you.
move that they tried it on me. I done got choke
I'm
slam,
not like
rock bottom, stone cold stunner, Bronco busted. I done got power drive,
so
tombstone.
so
Like,
with that, which one was the worst move that you just could
the
not
worst,
tolerate no more?
the worst was the tombstone. Like the one time, like my brother literally almost broke my neck. And that's when
Oh
we went through the
no.
bunk bed. That's when we went through the bunk bed, like, cause he took the mattress off the bunk bed, cause he was like, I want
Oh,
the mattress.
steel
I'm like, nigga,
cage
the mattress got the
match.
cushion. The mattress got the cushions. Like, you want the fucking mattress. So when he tombstoned me, Literally, my head went through the fucking plank that was right there. My head went through the plank, and I had splinters in my neck. And
Damn, son.
yeah, had to go to the ER, and my mom was like, "Yo, like, what the fuck was y'all doing? Like, the fuck is wrong with y'all?" Like,
Damn. Splinters in the
yeah,
neck from a
like
tombstone.
you couldn't leave us. You couldn't leave us at home. Like just don't leave us at home alone. Like it's you never know what the fuck you gonna come home
That's bad, man.
to.
I ain't
Yeah,
going
and then
for.
we had a
I was the
couple
older
bells.
brother, so my little brother definitely caught a couple mild concussions because of me and shit. I ain't going for it.
Am
Yeah,
I
I don't, I
wrong?
don't get
I
us.
had a little sister. That was it. So she had to learn the hard way, dog.
I bet she tough as shit
Man,
now.
I don't get what it is
Is
about
she?
y'all older brothers. Y'all just gotta experiment shit on the youngest shit. Like I
It
don't know what the fuck it is.
was
I
the
All
mean,
these days.
WWF, WWE kind of influence on us, man. We got all this pent up energy. You know what I mean? Kids got infinite energy. They don't even be sweating no
I'm not
more.
even gonna
Like
lie.
you
Like
just
when
run a
I look
mile
back
and
on
don't
shit,
sweat.
sometimes I be thinking to myself, like, yo, like, how the fuck your dumb ass let them do that shit to you? Like, cause I was like 5 or 6 years old. So when it was like, man, she's like, hey, like one time my cousin was like, yo, he's like, yo, Carlton, won't you go ahead, won't you go ahead, sit right here, close your eyes, and I want you to taste something. I'm 5 years old, so I'm like, all right, so you gonna probably like, it's like soda or shit. This nigga pulled Tabasco sauce out my throat,
mm,
he pulled Tabasco sauce out my throat.
how much? How much did you drink? You think?
So he took the spout off. He took the
Hmm.
the
Damn.
spout that's on top of it all. So now it's like it ain't nothing holding it from where you got to shake it. Now it's just like just pouring it down your throat. So when he pulled it down, like it didn't start burning at first until the shit started settling in. Man, bro, when he did that shit, man, I thought my whole throat was on fucking fire. The stomach was on fire, and I couldn't shit. like the shit was like all bad, yeah. And then again, my mother was like, "Why the fuck you let him do that shit?" Like,
What was
fuck
the worst prank you ever had played on you?
the worst prank I ever had played on me was the cricket. It was a cricket that because we went camping and they knew at the time I was like terrified of shit of bugs. I didn't like fucking bugs, and the bug on me I fucking freaked the fuck out. So what happened was my brothers got a cricket from outside and they brought it inside. And what they did was they put it on my arm. So when
Mm,
I woke up, I felt something on my arm, and it was a cricket right there. But when I seen it, and when I tried to move, the cricket jumped in my face. So I like freaked the fuck out. And I was like, yo, what? I started like crying like a little bitch, So I started screaming and shit. I didn't hit a few falsettos, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
yeah, man, I would gotta say that's the worst. That was like
What
the
about
worst
you,
prank
Ja?
My nigga CJ traumatized. I just gotta say that first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely got PTSD.
I to be honest, I didn't nobody really played any good pranks on me. I feel like I was the one playing pranks on people. Like I used to do dumb shit like in elementary school, we used to take the staplers and like fold one part of the staple down,
Okay. Hmm.
so it can actually stand up and
Okay.
like put it on people's seats and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Or like tie the fucking the shades, the public school shade, the window was mad tall.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
the shade had this long ass cord. I might tie that to somebody's book bag. And when they thinking they walking out of class, when his class is over, they
Hmm.
end up tugging the shade.
Mhm.
Dumb shit like that. Or I remember we had a computer lab in elementary school, and it used to be like some basic computers where you play some stupid ass games on, but you used to have to put like a floppy drive, a floppy
Yeah.
and a
Yeah.
floppy disk and a floppy drive, whatever, with the games on it. And they would say at the end of class, make sure you take it out and all this shit. Not only we leave it in, we put it in backwards on some dumb shit. Stuff it in
Wow.
there. This dumb shit, but I don't feel like nobody ever played any real good pranks on me.
I was very young. I was probably like 15, 16. Thought I was selling something. I fell asleep in the trap one night.
Hmm.
motherfuckers lit up matches and firecracker on my goddamn feet in
Oh,
between my
hell no.
toes.
You thought you
Yo,
was dead.
yo, that right there was the worst. That
You
right
thought
there
you,
was the worst. Thank God it didn't scar me or anything, but that right there I could say is like one of the worst pranks somebody ever played. Oh, well, maybe a girl in the early 2000s said it was mine and it wasn't. Yeah, that was a different type
that
of level.
happened to me. That happened to me. That happened to me.
That's a different prank, though.
I ain't go, but you know what? It counts. Being lied to counts on purpose. When someone lied to you on purpose, knowing that you hype
Yeah.
about, because
Yeah.
that happened. I remember
Yeah.
this. It was this Puerto Rican girl. I had a little crush on her or whatever, but at the same time, she was on the list of crushes, right? She was just one of the pretty girls that I was like, oh, if I could ever, right?
Mhm.
And but what I didn't notice was like I had curved her friend. Like I think I I accepted her friend's offer to be her boyfriend for some, for a little bit, and I just kind of like didn't honor that shit. You know what I mean? So I kind of curved her
Mhm.
friend on some kid shit, like junior high school, whatever. And then so then the other one comes and bags me later on. I'm thinking, oh shit, this she want me. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I'm hyped.
Mhm,
Like
mhm,
she came and yo, niggas is grown and still get and will feel privileged if a female come and bag them, right? So
mhm. Get chosen.
get
Get
chosen, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm in junior high school. I felt I got chose by this little bad dog word. And then we get off the train. I'm thinking, okay, I'm about to see what this is about. And she's like, oh no, I just said that because you dumped my friend. Like fuck you type shit. I'm like, oh, this bitch did me dirty.
and created the monster that we have now, huh?
Oh no. Salute Jersey Jets.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out who you talking about. No, it was in the hood.
Uh-oh.
It wasn't
Oh
outside it
shit.
was in the hood, Jersey.
Uh-oh.
You didn't meet her, Jen.
Stories are coming out.
Oh, that's
No.
Jersey.
Yeah, that's Jersey,
Oh,
Jen.
what's up, Jersey?
Nah, this wasn't anybody in
Yeah.
our network, Jen. This was
We had some crazy childhood moments, one thing that I can say is me and my cousins and my brothers, we used to play this game called Jerry Springer, right?
Jerry Springer.
Yeah, so
Hilarious.
because we used to stay over my aunt's house, so that's all my aunt watched was Jerry Springer. Like, that's the only thing she
Okay.
watched. So my aunt got tired of us like running around in the house and shit. So
Hmm.
she was like, "Y'all want to play Jerry Springer?" So we reenact the whole show. We choose we choose the person who does the fucked up shit, the person who's the fucked up shit is about, and we have the audience, which is the rest of us, right? And
Hmm.
then if the audience doesn't agree with one or the other, what happens is we got to stand outside and we had to get doused with water. And
Wow.
Wait,
that was
say
the
that
last
last part again.
thing. Yeah, like if the audience, depending on who the audience agrees with, if the
Uh-huh.
audience disagrees with you, depending on like whatever the scenario is, right? Like the scenario
Hmm.
can be, find out that you slept with my baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? The baby daddy sleeping with two sisters or some shit like that. You know how Jerry Springer work and shit. And so if the audience choose to like, choose a
Yeah, whoever they favor.
right, you know what I'm saying? Or, the audience, just say, hey, both of y'all can get the consequence. We gotta stand outside. We had to stand outside on the porch and they gotta throw water on us. And it doesn't
That's
matter what
hilarious.
what type of time of year it was. Sometimes it was the summertime, sometimes in the wintertime it was cold as shit. It ain't matter.
Yo,
And
yeah.
that's just we, like I said, we did some crazy ass shit growing up, yo. Like, we did some crazy shit. I'm still alive.
I'm still alive. I'm
But
still alive.
we are coming to a close with the show. So I do want to talk about the topic of the night, which is catching red flags.
Mm.
Elaborate, sir.
So we all know what red flags are, right? You know,
Hmm.
and some people catch them, some people don't. So the question is like, have you ever caught red flags, and if so, what have you done? Did you completely X that person out? Like, when I say not ask, did you totally like cut the person off,
I'm gonna
or
tell
did
you
you
this
try
right
to like,
now. I got an answer
or
for you right now.
did
I
you
ignored it.
try to like, yeah, or did you ignore it and try to like change the red flag into like something positive? You know what I'm saying? Like actually like coming to the person who you catch the red flag with, like, yo, this and this and this and this. You know what I'm saying? And like lay it out on the table. That way y'all figure it out together. You know what I'm saying?
No, I
It's
never tried to
yeah.
fix it.
Mhm, mhm.
Honcho?
You never try to fix it.
If it was a female, I ignored it because I wanted the box. And if it was a dude, I'd play the fool to catch the wise and then never mess with him again. You know what I mean? But either way, they used to
Mhm.
just get ignored because it
Right.
don't take you long to see that something ain't right with somebody. It only takes a conversation to kind
You
of
know,
give your judgment.
you know what? He raised a good point because this is not just about romantic relationships. This is about just relationships in general, right? So
Right.
if I'm a broaden the spectrum of about what you're asking me and think about just my relationships in general, like friends and business relationships and all of that. Once again,
It can be anything. Right.
I'm not gonna say I didn't try to change them, but I would give people the benefit of doubt. And because this is the thing, when you're delegating, you gotta allow people to fuck up. But the thing about delegating is also like knowing what you were responsible for. So it's like if someone fuck up is okay, but you have to know who's responsible for what, right? So
Mhm,
Exactly.
um but when it comes to like, and that's business, but when it comes to like friendships in general, um I'm not going to ignore it, but you can't change anybody. So I'm definitely not going to change you once again.
mhm,
But I'm not going to fool myself. Once I know who that person is, I know who they
Right.
are. And that's it.
mhm,
You
mhm.
know what I mean?
You ever found
Mhm.
yourself staying like okay, in a situation where somebody obviously there's red flags, and now you got to play it in a certain way. Now your demeanor has to be a certain demeanor. You ever found yourself always now having to be that character and demeanor with that specific person, even though you know that's far from who you are
I
on a
wouldn't say it's
constant?
far from who I am, but definitely because you know where we come from. Um, you know, people get crazy over the stupidest shit. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely got to move accordingly. You feel me? And always like understand that it's not just about not burning the bridge. It's also about your safety and their safety and your future and not being tricked out of your freedom and all of that. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? So
Hmm.
at the end of the day, or Jersey just said, nah, cut off like the damn DJ job. You and your damn benefit of the doubt. She knows I won't cut somebody off for not being say not trustworthy or some shit like that. I just know that that person's not trustworthy. You feel me?
Hmm.
Um, but I wouldn't say I'll be far from who I am, but I'll move accordingly. Like you're not somebody that I'm just gonna give you all of me, or just
Hmm.
be free around and shit like that. I know you might be a liability, so we can't even be around each other for too long, for real, for real. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
If I see
Hmm.
you and we
Mhm.
talk, that's gonna be a short conversation.
Hmm. Hmm.
Keep it the fuck moving. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Type of shit.
No, I
Right.
definitely feel that. I definitely feel that. You
What
know,
about you, CJ?
I mean, honestly, it really depends on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there are minor red flags and there are major red flags. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say red flags are red flags, but I think that there are a case of minor red flags, and there are major red flags. And those major red flags is you just be lying like shit. You're a fucking liar.
Oh
You
my
Mm-hmm.
know,
God. I
like
hate a
untrustworthy.
pathological liar,
You
CJ.
know, another big red flag is not listening.
Mhm.
Where you just don't want to listen to nobody. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to red
Oh, wait,
flags.
you mean not listen to advice?
Just period. Like advice, not listening. Period. Like you don't want to hear shit anybody got to say. You just want to do
Hmm.
you. And that's fine. You want to do you? Do you like do you? You know what I'm saying? But that's also is like a major red flag because you don't want to listen. You're not willing to take in nobody's advice. not willing to take in no criticism or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? A minor red flag is something like, I don't know, like what's a minor red flag? Like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Depending on how you look at it, some people don't look at no
Yeah,
red flag
yeah,
as
see,
minor,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
But
We can
I want
even.
to speak on something. You spoke about somebody not taking advice or whatever. So
Mhm,
I learned professionally speaking, and then I took it into my personal life. And I used to do a lot of social work, right? You can't give somebody a plan. You know what I mean? So like me personally, when I was working professionally in that field, I would try to give my client a plan. Okay, you're going to enroll into school here. You're going to look for a job here. I'm going to send you on an interview there. And next time we speak, you should be in school and employed type shit, right? But if
mhm,
it's not their plan, they're going to leave. Okay, yeah, okay, Mr. M. All right, cool, cool, cool. And then when they go about their business, they're going to be themselves again, right?
Absolutely.
And then I had to learn that you can't give someone a plan. You're going to support their plan. And
mhm,
then I
Right.
took that with me into my personal life, and I would meet. The older I would get, my natural inclination to try to help people or assist people or would turn into mentorship because I'm older now and I'm talking to young brothers, right?
mhm,
And even outside of my professional life, I'm talking about personally now. And I would talk to somebody about, the wall they're about to crash into, and I
mhm,
would find myself saying, "Don't crash into that wall," and then they crash into that wall and getting frustrated, and then I had to remind myself, like, "Oh yeah, you can't give somebody a plan. That's just
mhm,
the homie. He gonna crash into the wall. How he crashed to the wall, and
mhm,
if anything, when he want advice or he want a feedback or if he need assistance in doing something, I'm here. But at the same
mhm.
time, I can't hold it against him that he
This
crashed in
is
the walls. You feel me? Because
this
I've
is
crashed
this
out
is
too.
this
Mhm,
is something that I wear on my sleeves, right? Is
mhm,
I don't have I don't have space in my circle, for people who wants to stay down.
mhm,
Mm,
I don't have the space for it. I
mhm,
don't. You know what I'm saying? So if I see that you're down and if I give you advice and if you don't want to do anything for it, like I'm sorry, as your friend, I can't hold you in my circle because I'm all focused on going up. You know
mhm,
what I'm saying? And I'm gonna help you try to get up, but just
mhm.
like you said, I can only pull out the blueprint for you. You gotta want to build. Yeah, you gotta want to build it.
No,
I
no,
can, I
I'm
can
not
give.
saying give them the blueprint. I'm saying you can't give them a blueprint. What you have to do is only be assistance to what they want. Now
Oh
we're
yeah.
gonna make that mistake though, right? Because a lot of times it's easier to see the way out of a situation from the outside looking in. So if
mhm,
you're looking at a situation from the outside looking in, you're like, yo, I'm telling you, man, all you got to do is do this and you be straight. But at the end of the day, as tempting it is to do that, you can't give no one a plan. So it's like you have to wait till they crash out and they have to say, yo, I'm looking for help doing A, B, and C. And then you can be a resource. But
Mhm.
outside of that, I feel you though, you can't keep no liabilities. You can't be holding no dead weight because that will hold you down. I feel you on that. But it's a delicate balance because at the same time, people still need that forgiveness. You know what I mean? Like people need to be
mhm,
able to be able to grow and still be able to rely on you because you're a good person. You need to be able to know that, yo, because
You can
a real
rely on
friend,
me from afar.
right? But a real friend will know that I'm not bringing CJ into this bullshit, or I understand why CJ haven't me and him haven't been hanging out. He's too busy. But when I'm ready to get busy, I should still be able to call CJ and say, "Yo, I'm ready to get busy. This, I'm ready to do this, or I'm doing that." And we should still be able to build. You feel what I'm saying? Because I don't think
Mhm.
I don't think in the position we even have the luxury of cutting each other off. Like as a people, we cut each other off
mhm,
over the smallest shit, and I don't think we got that luxury, man. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
but I feel you though. People are either a liability or an asset. And you don't need
Right.
no liabilities. I understand that. But at the end of the day, it's going to happen, whether it's a family member or whatever. But you can still draw
Like
your line in the sand, right?
mhm,
yeah, like my woman tell me all the time. Like one of my biggest downfalls is not speaking up. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Mm-hmm.
I'm more passive. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm more passive. Like if I don't like some shit, you know, it's like all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now I'm
Mm-hmm.
learning is like you know if I don't like some shit, you know I gotta voice it better. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what I've
Mm-hmm.
been doing lately. And I've noticed people energy afterwards. You know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
know, so like you know, so like I said, that is my biggest downfall that I actually am working on.
Well,
like,
I'm the opposite.
I'm actually working on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the
So
opposite. You couldn't tell me shit. I was doing my own thing. I had to keep bumping my head, and it's like I'm only just now getting it. You know what I mean? I was like past not even 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like what it is, but I had to do it through trial and error. You know what I mean? I was definitely the hard head, soft ass motherfucker. But you know what I mean? Like I had to learn that yo, and even though I suffered the consequences, it does affect others around me as well. You know what I mean? And that's what I had to come to learn. I had to learn something that I didn't know, which was called the word. And it's a big word, and it's hard for people to do, but accountability goes a long way, dog. If
Facts.
hmm
you can't admit your shit, dog, and if you can't come to terms that you are in control of you and only you, then you're gonna have a rough one in front of you, dog.
That's a fact.
facts.
That's a fact. And I like that you said that, man, because it put me in the space of like to piggyback off of what both of y'all saying. It's like if you know somebody is a liability, that's one thing. But at the same time, if you have an inclination that they want to harm you,
Mm,
to me, that's the big red flag,
mm,
right? Like if they want to proactively take you down with them, you
mhm,
know what I'm
mhm,
saying, or somehow you know impede on your progress and shit. It's
mhm,
one thing for you to have love for someone and watch them crash into the wall, right? That's one thing. It's going to affect you, like you said, Honcho. It's affecting people around you, but at the end of the day, if you draw your line in the sand the right way, it's not going to affect you to the point where your livelihood and all this is at stake, right? But
mhm,
some people do, to speak to what CJ saying, want to actually fuck your shit up on purpose. Now, if I
hmm
feel that someone's like that, to go back to what Hancho was saying, until that person comes to me and says, "Yo, I was fucked up in the head and I wanted to fuck your shit up," then
mhm,
I have no room for them. That's when
mhm.
I'm like CJ. Now you get cut off. But
Yeah.
you can still, the door is still there. You can still come and say, "Look, I was fucked up in the head at that moment, and I tried to fuck you shit up, and my bad, but it was because of what I was going through." Then I can forgive that. Outside of that, then it's a hard get the fuck out of here type shit. That's when I
Mhm.
draw the line. But
I feel
just
that. I feel
somebody
that.
who's not trustworthy because they can't do shit for themselves even or whatever the case, then that's just them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You know,
Gotta go.
I trust people to be who they show me they are, and that's it. You know what I mean? Not who I
Gotta
want
go.
them to be. You know, CJ said you gotta go.
Absolutely.
Well,
Oh, I
look,
thought
Gotta
you
man.
talking
go.
about the show was over. I'm
Oh,
like,
nah, nah.
okay.
Oh nah,
But
nah.
I respect what you're
Gotta
saying
go.
though, CJ, for real, and definitely protect your progress, your peace, your
Mhm,
family, yourself, all of that. You
Yeah,
know what I
and
mean?
honestly, and I guess that's what it is for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like because the way I think is you wasn't here when I was struggling. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not the type just like now that I've made it, you know, I'm gonna leave you behind. But
Right.
what I'm saying is when I was struggling, when I asked you for a little hand, you wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not spiteful,
Hmm.
but now where I'm at is I'm doing shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on the verge of fucking greatness.
Right.
You know, so my thing is I don't have the space or the time to be carrying people. I don't,
mhm,
you know? And that's what I respect about my woman because she has the same mindset. You know,
mhm.
like she don't have the time to be carrying nobody. Like she be on her grind, she be trying to get shit, you know, she be trying to handle shit.
Yo,
You
CJ,
know, and I be
CJ,
trying to handle shit.
when's the wedding?
The wedding is coming, yo. The wedding is coming. You know, I can't say the like the year and shit because she's watching this shit.
Oh,
You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay,
But
okay.
yeah,
Oh,
The,
you
the,
Yeah,
you you gonna surprise her with everything,
yeah, yeah. I'm a surpriser. It's gonna be like a big ass surprise.
All right, that's what's.
You never
I ain't
know.
mean to fuck it up, but
It
yo,
might, it might, it might be a Ranters Union production.
that's what I'm about to say. I definitely want to be in the planning committee.
I'll be there.
you
I
but
treat I treat low lives like how Rick Ross did on that 85 South show. I'm going to the
Ah,
bathroom.
yo, yo, he just walked up. I'm going to the
you go
bathroom. He
to the
just left.
bathroom.
Hey, I've
That's
already
how he
done
said
it,
it.
dog.
That's
I
how he
think
said it.
Ross
You go to
stole
the
that shit
bathroom.
from me, dog.
I got a friend named Sharif. This nigga always left the party like that. Always. I'm talking
Yeah.
about we hanging out, we chilling, and then it's like,
With this
yo,
nigga.
where's Sharif at? And it got to a point where he did it so much. I'm just like, when it
You
happened,
expect it.
it's like, oh, he left. He
He'll
left.
give you a sign. It's a telltale
No, it was
sign.
never a sign. It was never a sign. I promise you. This nigga just used to just vanish. He will always vanish. Like, I promise you. Salute to
So
Sharif.
I want to let everybody know this is that coming up in the summer towards the fall, me and Logic got a major event that we're putting together. Um, you- so I want you guys to stay tuned. I'm not gonna give details yet because everything's still in the works.
Yep.
Yeah, but definitely just stay tuned.
Yep.
It's gonna be big.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna want to miss this. You're not gonna want to miss this shit. If you've been
Won't miss
to
it.
last year's event, if you've been to last year's event, then you know what the fuck is up. You know what's
Mm-hmm.
up.
No
Mm-hmm.
doubt.
But this is going to be a huge event. It's going to be a lot of familiar faces. There's going to be some faces that you recognize, some faces that you don't recognize. But
Mm-hmm.
this is going to be what's up. This is going to be a great event,
It's
and
gonna
I
be a good
can't wait.
time.
It's going to be a damn good time. It's going to be in the DMV area. It's gonna be in the DMV area. So if you guys in the DMV area, just make sure that you guys, stay tuned. We're gonna give more details as we, finalize some details. But
Mm-hmm.
definitely stay tuned, though.
Yes, salute
Mm-hmm.
our one of the executive producers of that event in the chat right now, Redemption Song 76. Salute to her. And yes, thank you for dropping that precursor to the promotion, CJ. I
Nice.
appreciate that word. I'm
No
looking
problem.
forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
Man, I'm looking forward to it, man. I've been looking forward to this since last year's event, which was a great turnout. The whole venue, like the
Mm-hmm.
whole venue, been by the water and shit like that. Got the tiki fires out. Had a bottle of champagne at every table. You know what I'm saying?
What?
It was fucking nice. Had a champagne bottle at every table.
The boy
So
Logic know where I was at last year at that time, sitting up with that COVID.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Had
yeah,
me
definitely.
bad. Had me bad,
Yeah.
dog. I was one of
Logic had
those.
everything on deck. Logic had everything on deck. Had the COVID test, ready for the people who forgot. Like when I came up there, Logic was like, "Hold on, fam, hold on. I got the COVID test right here for you."
CJ and Steph got jokes, and CJ's brother, they did some cooking for us. We had some fire ass food. Oh my god, it
Yeah,
was
man, they had me
amazing, man.
slaving, man. They had me slaving, but the food was amazing. The food was great. Shout out to Step though. Step really did the fuck out of that fucking food, bro. Especially
Step.
the chicken tenders. Those chicken tenders that he made was fucking like
What
fucking
y'all
great.
on to tonight, man? What y'all doing after this?
Well, I'm going with the woman tonight. So that's why I be.
I think we all got the same plans tonight, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think everybody about to Netflix and
definitely.
chill. You know what I mean? It's Friday, man.
Calm and
Yeah, pretty
cool.
much. Pretty
All
much.
right, my brothers.
Yeah.
Stay solid,
Boys got a
man.
football game in the morning, so that's just gonna get ready for that.
Yo,
But
Stay
Honcho,
y'all have
good
a
solid.
seeing you, brothers.
Stay
Good seeing you,
solid.
man.
Honcho.
Stay
Yeah, I
solid.
appreciate you coming out, bro. Stay solid,
Thanks for
bro.
having me. I look
No
forward to
doubt.
seeing you this week, man.
Stay safe out there,
Most
man.
definitely, most
Good seeing
definitely.
you,
Stay
You,
bro.
safe out
brother.
there, man. And y'all know what it is. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. This was great. I'm actually glad to be back. I hope you guys ready for next week. We're gonna be back again next week. at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. Make sure that you guys follow the BKE Podcast on Twitter and on Facebook and on YouTube at the BKE Podcast. Follow and likes are free. Follow and likes are free. It's
Yeah,
free
man.
out here.
That's the call to action. You know what I mean? Salute to everybody who clicked like already, though. I see a nice amount of people click like on the page
Yeah, definitely.
during
Yeah,
the show.
definitely.
So Good Kitchen says, what's in that glass, Logic? High quality H2O.
High quality H2O. You know.
Good.
I do want to give a major shout out to the Ranters Union again, for actually making the BKE podcast our official home. It's been great. I want to big shout out to Logic. Big shout out to Logic for always coming on the show. You know, he ain't got his original setup. But he always make do when it's due. But y'all have a good night, and we'll see y'all when y'all see y'all. Peace out.